times real, that's why my name's Trill. Three times real, that's why my name's Trill.
Hey, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, put your hands up, shout out.
3 times real, that's why my name's Trill. Three times real, that's why my name's Trill.
Hey, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, put your hands up, now I hop on the scene with some banging dope beats with a top.
So a very popular narrative that has been going around is Derek Chisora was robbed because he won the first 6 rounds. However, if you really are objective and you watch the footage, Derek Chisora dropped Joseph Parker with an illegal punch behind the back that the ref ruled to be legal. Fine. Even if you score that knockdown, Joseph Parker got up and won the rest of the round. Fine, you don't want to agree with that, cool. Round 4 was a swing round. And Joseph Parker did a lot of work. See, if you listen to the people speaking, they'll make it seem like Joseph Parker landed no punches. They'll make it seem like there is no way on God's green earth you can possibly score a round for Joseph Parker within the first 6 rounds. But that's not true. That 4th round was close to swing round. In fact, I favor the work that Joseph Parker did over Derek Chisora, which is why I scored it for him. Round 5, again. You saw Joseph Parker be more consistent with the jab. You saw Joseph Parker vary his attack from the head to the body, where you saw the majority of Derek Chisora's shots were to the body. And again, you can't really tell how hard his shots really were based on the impact that they had on Joseph Parker, which was little to none. But you saw Joseph Parker varying attacks to the body, to the head, and landing the cleaner punches during the exchanges. So for that reason, I scored round 5 for Joseph Parker. Now, for people making the argument that Derek Chisora won rounds 1 through 6 definitively, please tell me how you scored round 6 for Joseph Parker. Because to me, this is one of the most definitive rounds of the fight in which Joseph Parker won. Based on the punches he landed, the exchanges, the duration of the round where he was landing cleaner punches, and again, Chisora fights in spurts. Chisora fights for 15 seconds, then he rests for 45 seconds, then he fights for 15 seconds. Meanwhile, Joseph Parker is being active. So, if you think Derek Chisora won this round, it's because you're not counting the work that Joseph Parker is doing. Now remember, I'm simply here to make the argument that this isn't a robbery and explain why I scored the fight for Joseph Parker. I have 2 rounds where you cannot tell me it's definitive that Derek Chisora won. Here goes a round where I'm telling you it's definitive Derek Chisora lost. And it's the 6th round. The round in question was originally included in this video. However, it caused the video to be flagged for copyright infringement. It is for that reason I am asking you to find the round that we're discussing and sync it with the commentary. Thank you. All right, the start of round 6, Derek Chisora comes walking forward. He's coming in behind a jab, lands a right hook to the body. Derek Chisora does. Derek Chisora is bringing the jab to the head. You saw a little jab, touching jab from Joseph Parker. Derek Chisora walking forward. Joseph Parker touches him with a right hook and a little hook to jab into the head. You see a hook from Joseph Parker. And you see one of those pity pat hooks to the body from Chisora, but a jab to the head, 2 jabs to the head. Joseph Parker gets out of the way of a wild hook. Jab to the body from Derek Chisora. Straight right hand to the chin, clean from Joseph Parker. And now you see them holding what's Derek Chisora holding at this point. And you see a right hand from Joseph Parker, 2 jabs from Joseph Parker. You see a left hook and a right hook from Joseph Parker. Jab from Joseph Parker. There was a punch to the body in there from Chisora, but Joseph Parker landed more punches in that exchange. 2 clean jabs to the face of Derek Chisora from Joseph Parker. You see Joseph Parker getting out of the way. Overhand right from Joseph Parker. Now he holds Chisora. Chisora's working in the clinches. Again, these punches don't count. And for those of you who are upset and you see all this work Chisora's doing in the clinching doesn't count. They're holding. And for all of you who are upset that Joseph Parker's holding Chisora, you should be equally upset that Chisora's hitting him behind the head. Because if he wasn't hitting him behind the head, Joseph Parker wouldn't be holding him that way against the ropes. He's complained to the ref several times and the ref has done nothing. All right, so you got a left hook to the body from Chisora. Left hook, right, beautiful right uppercut from Chisora. And Joseph Parker immediately holds. The ref separates him. You see double jab. Beautiful right uppercut from Joseph Parker. Tip for tat. I got your back. And now you see a right hook from Derek Chisora. You see a right hook from Joseph Parker. And here goes this clinching and roughhouse tactics. Again, this doesn't score. You see a jab to the body from Chisora. Jab to the head. Right hook to the head from Derek Chisora. You see a double jab and a right hook to the head from Joseph Parker. Chisora's winging these pity pat shots. A left hook to the face from Joseph Parker. Derek Chisora swings a wild hook. Now, let's be real. How in the world can you score that round for Derek Chisora? There's no way you can score that round for Derek Chisora. I've heard and I've read in the comment section, Derek Chisora won rounds 1 through 6. He didn't even win 6. That was a definitive round for Joseph Parker. I don't understand how anyone could score that round for Derek Chisora. Again, bias makes you see what you want to see. Confirmation bias. You're looking for everything. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, you're being biased. I am arguing simply that this is not a robbery. I am explaining the perspective of my scorecard and why I scored the round for Joseph Parker. So the rounds that I gave to Derek Chisora, I am going to leave them alone. I concede Derek Chisora won rounds. I concede this was a close fight. I'm not the one jumping up and down, huffing and puffing my chest, thumb thugging on Twitter, talking about this was a robbery. There's no way this fight was a robbery. I'm simply highlighting the fact that people aren't giving Joseph Parker credit for the work that he did in this fight. And there you see it. There are people that said he definitively won rounds 1 through 6. But as you can see, if you're being objective and watching these videos, it's clearly not as definitive as they said. He clearly did some work in these rounds, and he clearly won round 6. To me, one of the most definitive rounds of the fight. So anyone that wrote rounds 1 through 6, you have to ask yourself, why did you overlook all the work that Joseph Parker did in that round? And it's due to your favoritism for Derek Ward Chisora. Again, I gave Joseph Parker rounds 4, 5, and 6. Derek Chisora has rounds 1 through 3. So what you have right now is a very close fight. And the knockdown to me, even if you consider what the ref said, which on my scorecard, let's say I gave him a 10-9 round for the first round. It is officially even at this point. After 6 on my scorecard. No robbery yet. No wash yet. No outrage yet. Only a close fight that is still on the table.
You're welcome.